All right, friends, this is Deepak. I'm here with Gil Saab. Gil Saab is from Bay East Insurance. So I'm bringing him on our video segment today because a lot has happened in our city. And not just in our city, but cities around the Bay Area, even in California, and for that matter, even the entire United States. And now I'm hearing even entire world. So there are a genuine cause that people are fighting for, but in shadow of that genuine cause, a lot of other things has happened. For example, covid came in, nobody invited him, he just happened to come along and close down everybody everywhere in the United States. So since Gil Saab is from insurance industry, I wanted to know from him is, does our insurance policies provide us any kind of protection? Although I don't see anybody being saved, so I doubt it. But I just wanted to hear from him what's his take on our insurance policies for these kind of issues.
Dipuji, good question. We all landed up with the COVID without any invitation. So COVID landed up on your plate, and we were not prepared for it. So anything affected by the COVID was not covered by insurance companies because any pandemic is not covered by the insurance companies. Period. There was no coverage, no business income covered by the pandemic. There was no damage to the buildings or anything, so there was no coverage for the buildings as such. But the main coverage everybody was trying to look for was a business income lost. So no income was covered, no coverage provided for the business income lost during the pandemic. Versus now we are seeing another wave of vandalism, riots, civil commotion, which is a different animal altogether compared to COVID. So this thing provides there is a coverage for such eventualities. Vandalism is all covered by your insurance companies. If your building is damaged, is set on fire, there is a coverage for most of the business policies will provide coverage for that. Also, if you have a business income lost because your business was closed for cleanup, for other stuff, and there is a coverage in your policy for that. But only thing, you should go and discuss this with your broker about your policy. But before if something happens on your premises, on the building, you should take pictures and do the cleanup and save the building. That's the first thing you should do, and also keep the receipts for all the work you have done, so that when the claim gets filed and the payment needs to be made, your all the stuff which you have done or the payments made, it will be covered under that. So beyond that, you should. The main thing is you should go and discuss with your broker, file a claim with the insurance company, and it will be taken care of. Also, if the building has been vacant for a long period of time, there's a different kind of statute on the policy. Also, open your policy which you'll see from the insurance company, go over it.
And now, just to clarify, when you say vacant means what? Like, for example, a lot of businesses are closed, but they're not vacant.
Yeah, the vacant means it has been boarded up for last 60 days. There's no business.
Well, there are a lot of businesses like that right now that haven't done business for last 60 days.
Last 60 days is the business, the closed businesses, like if there's a pandemic issue, but still the scanty work was happening, the business is not closed. But it is, say for example, business has been vacant and for last 2 months and nothing has happened over there. It's like a warehouse or some small office, nothing, no transaction took place, no bills were paid, nothing happened. Then the business is empty, vacant, and that is the coverage on that could be very different than compared to active business operations.
Okay, so that makes sense. I was just curious because as I was driving around here, I saw a lot of businesses boarded up right now. A lot of people are trying to protect their windows. So what I have understood from you is, as far as COVID is concerned, businesses really can't go after their insurance companies. By the way, I'm just curious, if they could have, wouldn't that almost put insurance companies out of business?
Yes, because no insurance company has so deep pockets that they could pay claims for every business. Because
Right?
COVID has affected every business, and every business in the country will be filing claims, and the claims already probably run into billions or maybe trillions, and no insurance company is prepared for that. There is a talk about in the future with the Congress That could be, they could include this kind of coverage in the policies, in agreement with the insurance companies and things like those. But that's all in the future. We don't know exactly how it will pan out in front of us.
Yeah,
But
and I
for the
guess
time being,
I think the part of it is whenever you insure somebody, somebody got to pay, right? Somebody is responsible for it. So who is responsible for COVID? I guess we all know the answer. I won't go into politics for now, but somebody got to pay that.
yeah,
So and who is going to enforce that?
yeah, that's exactly. And also talking about, since we are going through this vandalism, riots, and commotion, uh, if it comes to affect you personally, your car is vandalized, your glasses are smashed, somebody sprayed paint on your car, you do have a coverage on your auto insurance under the comprehensive coverage, if you have that, on your car. Same goes for your home. If your home, apartment, anything is damaged, hurt, or somebody vandalized your building, there is a coverage for that also. You should be able to file a claim with your company. You will be responsible for the deductibles on these issues, but you will have coverage to at least provide you a helping hand to take care of the damages.
And let me ask you this: is it too late to make any changes at this point? Should everybody should just wait till the end of the year and kind of maybe revisit what's going on with the insurance industry? I mean, what's happening with your business, for example? Are people still calling in, making changes, updating, buying new policies? What's the
Yes.
state of economy?
People are still, policies are still renewing the same way that the way they are earlier. There are not many changes happening, but there are some businesses who didn't have policies or certain coverages were absent. They are revisiting those policies to discuss with us that if we could include those coverages, or maybe lower the deductible or increase the deductible to adjust on the policy to control the premium. Those kind of things are still, most of the businesses are in touch with us and dealing with us.
So, if I were a business owner, what policies should I have? What should I kind of look to make sure I have it? Like, how can I check those off on my?
Each business is very special. So each business, if you are a doctor, you need a different policy for your office. If you're a CPA, you have a different kind of policy. If you're a restaurant, you have a different policy. You're a retail store, it applies a little differently to you. If you're a consultant, it applies a little differently to you. So the best will be, whatever business you are in, you need to get in touch with your agent, your broker, so that he can evaluate your situation basis whatever you have, kind of business you have, and basis that he or she can suggest to you what policy is the most suitable for you at that time.
Got it. So basically, what you're saying is, in order for you to answer that question, you need to understand what kind of business that particular company is in.
Exactly. So
Correct.
each business has very special needs all the time. So you should bring that up with the agent to let him know what you do, and basis that the agent can provide the coverage and help you out.
So, my friends, if you're not sure what policies you have, and I ask that question because oftentimes I know people typically have general liability, but there is much more available out in market, and most of us just don't know what that is. So, if you want to give Bay East Insurance a call, you can go to their website, bayeastinsurance.com, bayeastinsurance.com, and definitely don't go to eastbayinsurance.com. You'll probably end up somewhere else. But if you go to bayeastinsurance.com, you can talk to Gilji, and he can kind of ask you a few questions about your business and then tell you what policies might be your business can benefit from. Correct, Gilji? That's the process, right?
That's correct. Give us a call. Or come to our website, fill up a small form, give us some idea of what you do, and somebody will respond to your request, and we can take it up from there.
And I guess you're not really meeting with clients in your office right now, are you?
Generally, we are staying away from it for the time being. We are still doing our business over the phones, emails, faxes. We haven't encouraged people coming to our office, but it's a good idea to stay away from it for the time being. It's safe for everybody. We'll open slowly as the time permits, but for the time being, we are not encouraging people coming to office or we going to people's office.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the good news is that most of your business can be done actually online.
Exactly.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. We can definitely say that Gil Saab has been a very kind friend. He was at our Wealth Summit last year as well. I think many of you guys got a chance to meet with him. And thank you so much for being with us today and giving us update on the insurance.
Thank you, Deepaki.